had your chance to talk. My chance to talk.
Yo.
You had your chance to talk. It's my chance to talk.
You're talking nonsense.
You had your chance to talk. It's my chance to talk.
Welcome back, competitive sports. Let's get straight to it. Jumping into it. Thursday night, Cincinnati at Jacksonville. Cincinnati got the dub 24-21. Burrow with a huge second half, man. Jacksonville is improving, but couldn't get the dub because George Burrow just took over.
It was a really good game. They kept it in the air. Jamar Chase had an all-right game. Defense for Jacksonville looked a little bit better, but they had some other things going on after that. We're going to get into that a little later.
Yes, sir. Let's talk about this Washington and Atlanta. Told them last week it was a little too emotional. Before I get on to you too much, Washington defense, man, I just expected so much more. I don't know if it's Ron Rivera doing just four-man rush. I mean, if the four-man rush not getting it, you got to start blitzing or something, man. Like Chase Young and Sweat, they're not dominating like they was. So, I mean, I don't know. But Washington definitely got the dub. I told you it was being too emotional. What's up?
That game was back and forth the whole game. It was a shootout.
But you lost.
No team should be giving 30 up, period, to be honest. We in the NFL. Like, it was 34-30. Went down to final drive as it is. Like I said, that was a coin flip. Best of the worst, really.
Bills 40-0 for Houston. Next. Let's go. Chicago 24-14. My boy Justin Fields with his first W. You know how it's going down. He should be the starter, but it is what it is.
They still gave up 4 sacks in that one.
Offensive line trash.
Offensive line still terrible.
Yeah, they're trash.
It was what it was. That was the first win. Hopefully he can ride that momentum going forward.
All right, let's go ahead and get into it, man. Dallas, Carolina. All right, so look. Forward progress was stopped. Forward progress was stopped. That was pretty much the game right there. That's a 14-point swing. If that was not a fumble, then there's no fumbles at all in the NFL. Soon as he made contact, ball came out. But like I like to say, Jerry Jones, money long. That's all I got to say. I mean, other than that too though, man, the forward progress, that was 14-point swing. Sam Darnold misfired on about 2 long touchdowns, one to DJ Moore, another one to Robbie Anderson. Killed us. Our O-line is terrible. And then Trayvon Diggs, I mean, my boy DJ Moore killed him. But T. Diggs, he did get 1 pick. I mean, right place at the right time. I mean, Sam Darnold, Trayvon Diggs actually blew the coverage on that play. It looked like my boy Marshall was wide open, but Sam Darnold didn't see it. I don't know. Second one was just good. Calm down. Second one was just good. The second one was good. I give him that. That was just like knowing it down the distance and Carolina doing the same thing on 3rd and short, 5-yard curl route. That was just good defense. Bad, probably by Joe Brady. Switch it up on 3rd down. I'll give him that second one, but you know the refs helped them out. It is what it is. What's up? He ain't got nothing to say because he know forward progress. That was the game changer. Was that not a fumble? Man, was that a fumble?
I told y'all.
Before you start, was that a fumble?
This was gonna happen.
They can't answer the question.
I told y'all this was
that a fumble?
Guys. This is exactly why we're here doing the same thing I knew we'd be doing. That my front 7, we the best in the league. Shaq Thompson injured.
Yeah, hurt.
Then on top of that, your backside, it was terrible, guys. They gave up 143 to Zeke. They talking about he not even the top 5 on neither of our lists.
Dak Prescott only threw for 188
yards. I said, 145. You had your chance to talk. My chance to talk. You had your chance to talk. It's my chance to talk.
You're talking nonsense.
You had your chance to talk. It's my chance to talk.
Talking about the back.
Exactly. You had your chance to talk.
He didn't throw for 200 yards.
You had your chance to talk. It's my chance to talk. Like I said, guys, this man is an emotional pick expert. Did it again. Contending Cowboys. I knew they were going to come out here and spank those boys. They did. Nothing to talk about, really. I'm sorry that happened to you guys. DJ Moore looked solid. Trayvon Diggs still do what Trayvon Diggs does. I told you, he's been making plays. Give the man his respect. I'm not saying he's a top 10 corner, but he's making the plays. That's all that matters. When the play needs to get made, he's there. That's what he does.
Definitely gave up over.
Doesn't matter. Like I said, he made the plays like he would. That's what they're getting done.
And Colts defeat Miami 27-17. Miami they just suck, to be honest. They just can't score.
Miami on that one, struggling. I mean, you know, they team that they got some nice pieces still, but they got to get their weapons involved a little bit more.
And I just feel like they're waiting on Deshaun Watson to be
Possibly.
All right, Cleveland defeats Minnesota 14-7. Man, Minnesota offense so inconsistent, but if you're Cleveland, you have to be worried about Baker Mayfield. Because if you did not watch this game, he had Odell. He missed him three times.
He did.
I'm talking
one on a touchdown.
wide. No, all of them was touchdown. I'm talking
last
wide open.
Overthrew him by like 4 or 5 yards.
Odell should have had about 200 yards and 3 touchdowns, man. I know Odell's frustrated. That should have been almost a blowout.
It's a frustrating situation, but you didn't have the Cleveland Browns either. You picked. You went. No, you didn't. You picked.
I did it.
Oh yeah, you picked the Minnesota Vikings on that one. But at the same time, Nick Chubb, I was looking for a little bit more from him. He still got 100. I thought he was gonna go a little bit crazier. Game was a lot more low scoring than I thought it would be. I was expecting Minnesota to put up more points like they did last week, but like I predicted, Cleveland gets that W.
Yeah, like you predicted, the Giants defeating New Orleans. Your New York Giants, 27-21. He jumping ship. What happened? This is what happens when you jump ship. When you don't ride or die for your own boys. This is what happens every time. Whenever you do not pick your team, they end up winning.
Hey.
Kadarius Toney was looking like Reggie Bush.
What happened was our offensive coordinator had a stern talking to and finally decided to get our weapons involved. So I'm happy we were getting the ball to our playmakers. I think all 3 of our main playmakers had about 70 yards. Saquon Barkley had over 100 all-purpose yards. So, I mean, when we do that, we're a better team. We can contend. That didn't happen the first few weeks. So, of course, I'm going to make the logical pick. Makes sense. I'm happy we got the win, but I'm still not buying it.
Don't jump ship. Kadarius Toney was looking
still not buying it.
The way people thought Reggie Bush was going to look in the league, that's the way Kadarius Toney was looking. That's all I'm going to say. Jets get their first dub against Tennessee.
That was
man.
crazy.
Zach Wilson, he showed some flashes, still need to improve on some of the game. Tennessee just inconsistent, didn't have their receivers. I thought they could still pull it out, but their defense let them down. They scored enough points, but what you think?
So they could have got it done in regulation for the Jets, to be honest. He missed a throw. That throw could have sealed the game, but they took it to overtime and they still got the win. So I'm happy. I know my dad's happy. Know you watching, Pops. Congratulations. Y'all get y'all first win of the season. Great building block for those guys. Another key takeaway, King Henry did have over 100 yards rushing. He did look really good in that one. Corey Davis had 111 on that one, so he looked pretty solid too.
All right, let's go. Kansas City at Philly, pretty much what I thought. 42-30. Kansas City do what they do on offense, but they give up 30 every time on defense.
Yeah, defense from Kansas City always going to be the question mark, but we know Kansas City can outscore everybody in the league, so that's going to be what it is.
Arizona with a huge statement win against the Rams. Dominated that game. Man, I felt like the Rams, it probably was just too much hyped up over the Tampa Bay win. Didn't come in fully prepared like they should have. Arizona took advantage of that in the division matchup.
Definitely exhausted were the Rams. You could tell like they were a little fatigued out there. Coming off that high like that, looking at a team that they should be a little brother team to. Kyler Murray went crazy in that one. Did what he does. Lit up those boys. But at the same time, are the Cardinals the best team in the league? They're the only undefeated team right now. So gotta give them some consideration.
No. Seattle defeats San Fran, division game. Like I knew that would be tough. Seattle wasn't going to lose 3 in a row, I guess. Should have picked them. Jimmy G got hurt in that game. Trey Lance came in, looked like a rookie, had some flashes, didn't have some mistakes. San Fran really lost that game off a big special teams turnover, and that was pretty much it after that. Yeah. They had some fight, but that hurt them right there. And Jimmy G getting hurt.
Hey, let Russ cook.
All right, Baltimore at Denver. Teddy Bridgewater got hurt in this game. Drew Lock came in and stunk it up, looked absolutely terrible. Baltimore with the dub. To me, Baltimore is the team that everybody's sleeping on. To me, if I had to pick a team right now, I think Baltimore might be the best in the AFC.
That you didn't pick in this game because you thought, what? Why didn't you pick the Baltimore Ravens?
Yeah, Teddy Bridgewater. He got hurt.
You thought Teddy Bridgewater was going to beat the Baltimore Ravens based on what?
Yeah, he's missing his weapons. Hamler, Jerry Jeudy, he's really missing his weapons right now.
Yeah, right. They had no chance, like I told y'all last week. I don't know why he picked the Denver Broncos anyway. It was a rough week at the office for this man. He had, I think, only 7 wins on the week, but it's okay.
I think my standings is still better than you.
No, you're not. I'm up.
Check that.
I'm up 2 games, actually.
Green Bay defeats Pittsburgh.
Oh, my God.
All I want to say is...
another one.
My boy Joe Hayden My boy Joe Hayden was not offsides. That's another
Oh, my God. Another one.
Killed us with that. Big Ben came out firing on the first drive. But other than that, he can't, man, our offensive coordinator in these it's 4th and 5. We throwing 2-yard routes. Like, I don't know what's going on with that. Offensive line actually played better, but we got so far behind. We couldn't run the ball like we wanted, especially when they take away 7 points from us. It is what it is, though. We got Denver next week. We'll talk about that.
Again, like I told you guys it would happen. It's getting ridiculous. It's really getting ridiculous. Like, these games are getting out of hand. Quite honestly, I don't know what he was thinking on that one. It was loyalty. I'll give him a pass on that one out of loyalty. But the game wasn't really that close at all. They scored on the first drive. After that, Aaron Rodgers took over that game. They still haven't been getting Najee Harris involved. I think he had like 62 yards or something like that. The man is a great running back from the University of Alabama, where they produce great running backs. I don't understand what their offensive coordinator is doing.
They produce one great running back.
They produce great running backs, like I said. They have the most running backs in the league. They have the most running backs in the league.
Great. You said
we're not getting off the fact that y'all lost and y'all suck. I'm not getting off the fact that y'all lost
great running backs
and y'all
Alabama.
suck. Your offensive coordinator, terrible, can't get the man involved. He hasn't had 100 yards all-purpose all season. That's a problem. You got a weapon like that, you need to be able to handle his business.
Name 3 great running backs from Alabama right now.
That's not the topic. This ain't what the street's talking about, like I said. They got the most running backs in the league right now, though. Look that up.
So Brady goes into New England and gets the dub 19-17. I'm going to say I think Cam would have won that game. That's all I'm going to say.
I don't think Cam would have won that game, but at the same time, it was a good game. A lot more competitive than I would have anticipated it being. I think Brady had a lot of emotions going into that one.
He looked nervous.
They made some silly things, didn't capitalize on some plays that they should have. But at the same time, you got to give Mac Jones his credit. He actually stood in there, held his own for what the expectation was. I was a little surprised with how good he played.
Monday night, I tried to tell him.
The only one he had.
The team is overrated.
The only one he had this week on.
But did you pick Washington?
Nobody cares about them trash games. Like the streets want to know about the important games.
What you mean Washington
you lost
is 2-2?
all the important games.
Why is Washington
you lost all
game?
the important
They're
games?
2-2.
They're a trash team. Washington gonna make the playoffs?
You just said
if Washington gonna make the playoffs.
They might.
Are they? They might.
Who knows?
Hey, watch this. Washington gonna make the playoffs. You heard it here first. Are they gonna make the playoffs or not? Yes or no?
They might.
Are they gonna make the playoffs? Yes or no?
They might. No, you
yes
have
or no?
to answer.
Yes or no? Are they gonna make the playoffs?
It's not what the talking about. It's not what
Are they gonna make the playoffs? Exactly.
Like I said.
Exactly.
The Chargers defeated
all talk, man. He had 7 wins out of all week today.
The Chargers defeated
the only one he had.
Like I said, the Raiders is trash. They overrated. They got smacked. The game was over in the first half. You know, it's time to go to bed in the second half.
No, it actually was competitive in the second half. Wallach had a nice touchdown in the end zone second half where he plucked it out the sky, but at the same time, it was too much. They let them come back down, scored. That was pretty much game after that. And
the Raiders O-line is not dominant as it used to be, neither.
Now, they talking about Justin Herbert, all types of crazy, saying that he going to have a Hall of Fame career automatically. I don't know what Schefter was talking about, but don't drink that Kool-Aid, to be honest. He's not a Hall of Famer. It's his second year. He does look good, but I'm still not buying it.
If they let Mike Williams go in free agency, we're going to see what
that's going to be a big problem.
That's going to be a big loss.
They're not going to lose him. What the streets talking about? Last week, I know you've seen it, Urban Meyer, after his loss, sent his team back home and was caught at a bar with a young lady groping her. We want to know, should he be fired for that action?
No. I mean, his team just lost. They have the weekend off. They played Thursday, so you got the whole entire weekend off. All right. If every player in the NFL was to lose their job because they went out and partied and might have stepped out on their wife, we wouldn't have no football league. All right? We wouldn't have no football league. So, no, he shouldn't be fired for that. That's just crazy. Now, I would say it seems like he is losing the locker room. And that's even before this little video happened this past weekend. It does seem like he's losing the locker room. But as a Florida fan, I knew Urban Meyer wouldn't really work in the league because what he does in college, that's not going to work with grown men. The way he motivates the college kids and just getting the best overall talent, his methods, what he did in college, it's not going to really work with grown men, like has family. That's not going to really work. But as far as getting fired just because of what happened over the weekend on his days off, because he kind of stepped out, I guess, on his wife, no, he shouldn't be fired because of that.
It's not that he should be fired just because of that. He should be fired because of that and an 0-4 start. No. What is he doing at this point? We're supposed to be winning football games. They were more competitive this week, but they still lost. You send your team back home, and then you decide to go out and step out on your wife. Infidelity and on top of losses, you absolutely need to be out of the league. You have all the talent in the world. He's a great coach. I won't take him away from that.
All the talent.
He's 0-4. In addition to him being 0-4, your head is not in the game. No player is going to want to play for Urban Meyer as on the NFL level after what he's done. I don't know how he's going to get back in the head of Trevor Lawrence, who's already struggling, to have him turn this ship around. To be honest with you guys, if they're smart, the Jacksonville Jaguars, and to let that man go, best for the franchise, salvage the relationship with Trevor Lawrence, and move forward going there. The defense still looks terrible on top of everything that we're speaking on already. I don't know what they're gonna do, and add drama to the locker room from the head coach. Goodbye.
Oh, man. That was nonsense right there, man. That was nonsense. So, are we coaching a football team, or are you trying to be a pastor? Which one? So you telling me none of the players in the league is not partying?
None of the head coaches in the league are not partying. After football game losses, you just lost the football game. Why are you out partying? What's there to celebrate? You gonna celebrate after a loss?
It wasn't.
You're not emotionally invested. Your head's not in the game. You're worried about the wrong thing. You sent them home and decided to stay in Ohio, where you just lost another job, or decided to leave that job, scandalous when you left, to then take a job in Jacksonville, and your team is still not producing. You're 0-4. You're 0-4. So why didn't you go home?
So Detroit should.
Why didn't they go home? He's not out partying.
Detroit coach should be fired.
Is he out partying, groping infidelity on his wife? Is he out partying infidelity on his wife?
Who knows? Was it caught on camera? Was it caught on camera?
So he's not even smart enough.
Who's Detroit coach?
He's not even smart enough. He's not even smart enough to know.
Detroit coach?
He's not even smart enough to know that he had
Who is Detroit coach?
In the public perception where
Name
that
Detroit
happened. We're not talking about Detroit coach.
Yes, we are.
No, we're not. We're talking about the head coach of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
This is Urban Meyer. That's why it's caught on video.
Pick her name. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Like I said, if the Detroit head coach wasn't out there doing those things, if so, he should be fired.
Nobody would know. Nobody would know because nobody cares about him.
This is compound interest. In addition, if you know what compound interest
just because
if you know what compound interest is, this is insult onto injury. You already lost on basis. You're 0-4. That's bad enough. Now you want to be caught out in the public eye in Ohio, where you know that everybody knows you. You're an idiot. You deserve to be fired.
So, who was the worst team in the league last year?
It's up to perception. I mean, record-wise,
Jacksonville. So what the hell did you think to expect this year?
I was expecting a motivated head coach that don't want to party after losses.
It's 0-4.
That don't want to party after losses.
Now name 3 big time pickups where you be like, oh yeah, they got that dude. He gonna dominate.
They have enough talent. They should be winning at least one of these games. They got Miles Jack. They got Trevor Lawrence.
They got last year. Trevor Lawrence is a rookie.
They're still a good team.
Trevor Lawrence is a rookie.
They still have enough. They should not be 0-4. In addition to them not being 0-4, even if they are 0-4, they should not be losing and having your head coach send back the players to go out and party. That's unprofessional. He deserves to be fired. All right. Week 5 NFL picks. We're gonna start off with the Rams at the Seahawks. I'm gonna go ahead and go with the Rams on that one.
Yeah, I got the Rams bouncing back. Quick turnaround. I know they're ready to get back out on that field after that butt whooping they got from Arizona.
All right. Game 2, we have the Jets at the Falcons. I'm going to ride with y'all dad this week, man. Zach Wilson, I'm drinking that Kool-Aid. I want to see Corey Davis go crazy. I'm going to take a chance on this one. Of course, it's a chance, but 2 bad teams.
That's a big chance. I got to land on this one, man. The Jets, they flashed. They had some nice flashes. Corey Davis is going to get his. But I like Atlanta. I like Kyle Pitts having a nice little coming out party as well. Kyle Pitts, this game is in London too.
All right, so we got the Denver Broncos at the Pittsburgh Steelers. This has to be the game that Big Ben gets it together. I'm gonna go with the Steelers on this one. He has to figure it out. Of course, Teddy Bridgewater, he's questionable right now. Or is he out?
He's questionable right now. He's in concussion protocol. All I know is they come in there with Drew Lock. It's definitely a dub. But I feel like this is a dub for us regardless. We're going back at home. There's no way we can lose 3 games at home in a row. So I definitely got us. We're improving. The O-line hasn't been improving. Big Ben is doing a little better. I definitely got us.
All right. Lions at the Vikings. I'm going with the Vikings on this one. Justin Jefferson have a big game in this one.
Yeah, definitely. I've been telling y'all, I don't think I'm going to pick Detroit all year. Next.
All right, we got Packers at the Bengals. Packers, I got them on this one. Aaron Rodgers is going to throw for probably 300 yards on this one.
I agree. I think I got the Packers. Jair Alexander looked like he may not play with the shoulder injury, but I still feel like Aaron Rodgers will win in the shootout, probably.
All right, Dolphins at Buccaneers. Got the Buccaneers on this one. They're at home. Tom Brady's going to move that ball around.
Tampa Bay, come on.
Yes. Patriots at the Texans. I'm going with the Patriots on this one. Mac Jones showed promise last week. I think he's going to keep that rolling this week.
Patriots, Houston is terrible. Davis Mills is terrible.
All right, we got the Saints at the football team. I'm going to go ahead and ride with the Saints on this one. I expect big things from Alvin Kamara this week. Although that front seven for the Washington need to put an APB out on them boys, I don't think they show up next week.
You love picking the Saints. As soon as they lose, you love talking down on them. But, you know, I ain't got the Saints, man. You know, I'm going to ride with Washington again. But their defense, at some point, they got to show up. I got Washington.
All right, we got the Eagles at the Panthers. I'm going to go with the Panthers on this one. Sam Darnold did look solid. He had moments last week. DJ Moore is going crazy this season. I can't even lie. We had a discussion before the season. I wasn't buying it, but he's proving me wrong.
Yeah, I got the Panthers, the bounce back game, man. I am nervous. The only thing I'm nervous about is you cannot let Dallas beat you twice. It was our first loss, so let's just make sure we have a great week of practice. We come out ready, prepared to play. We should get that dub. I got Carolina. All
right, Titans at the Jaguars. Of course, I'm going with the Titans. Jaguars mentally out of it. Their whole team is crazy, guys. It's a circus down there in Jacksonville.
I got Tennessee, even though they had that terrible loss to the Jets. Hopefully, A.J. Brown and Julio Jones will be back. I got Tennessee, but it's going to be a close game. They're on the road, and it's a division game, but I got Tennessee.
All right, got Bears at the Raiders. I'm going with the Raiders on this one to bounce back. They had a bad loss last week, and no fight in the first half, so I'm expecting John Gruden to light some fire under them boys and get this sorted out.
I agree. I got the Raiders. I am kind of a little nervous about Khalil Mack just dominating at the line of scrimmage and just taking over the game, but I got the Raiders.
All right, we got Browns at the Chargers. I'm going to go with the Chargers on this one, riding that momentum from last week against the Raiders to keep things going. That wide receiving core for the Chargers is crazy.
Definitely got the Chargers, man. Baker just does not look good. If you stop Cleveland running game, man, that's it for them. I got the Chargers.
This next game is going to hurt my feelings. It's going to hurt your feelings as well, but it's the truth. We got the Giants at the Cowboys. I'm not buying it against the Cowboys. I expect to be swept by the Cowboys, honestly, this year. But right now, of course, Cowboys.
If the Giants win this game, you should not consider yourself a Giants fan no more.
That has nothing to do with nothing.
But, of course, I got Dallas, though. They just got too much. I got Dallas.
No emotions involved. Niners at the Cardinals. I'm going to go with the Cardinals to keep riding that wave only because of the injury to the Garoppolo. I think if they had Garoppolo, this would be a different story. They don't. Cardinals.
Yeah, I got Arizona. I don't think it probably matters who's at quarterback. Like you said, Jimmy G does make a difference.
Makes a difference.
I got Arizona, man. Kyler Murray has been going crazy. You want to talk about MVP?
He's also.
That's who you need to be talking about. I got Kyler
in
Murray.
the top 5. We got Bills at the Chiefs. I'm going to go with the Bills on this one.
Whoa, Bills.
Yeah, I'm going with the Bills on this one. I think the Bills going to handle it. Quite honestly, I think they got enough on offense to surprise some people. This is a 50-50 game for me. Yeah. I'm still on the fence about it. We had to make these picks real time, so I just picked the Bills.
I wouldn't be shocked at Buffalo because, like I said, Kansas City defense getting up 30. As soon as the coin is flipped in the air, just put 30 on the board for the other team. I guarantee you. But I got Kansas City, man. To me, it's like you need to take the over in this game. I don't care what the over is. The over probably going to be about 80 points, to be honest.
80.
It's going to be about 80, and I still take the over. I got Kansas City.
All right. Last and final game of the week, Monday night, we got the Colts at the Ravens. Of course, I got the Ravens. I think the Ravens, Lamar Jackson, going to keep riding that momentum. They looked good last week. Again, keep handling business.
I got Baltimore right now. If I had to choose a team, best team in the AFC to me right now is Baltimore Ravens.
Big trust. All right, that's all we have for you guys this week. Competitive Sports.